I knew that I was a little bit different, that I didn't quite always fit in with everybody else. The things that I wanted to do or the things that I dreamed about were just a little bit different. I mean, I had friends, but I was just a little bit different from everybody else. As far as an age that I actually could put a finger on to say, you know, this is when I decided that I was gay, really, I suppose it's more of a process, not about coming out to the world straight away. It's more a process of coming out to yourself and actually accepting who you are. So probably round about between the ages of 17 through to about 19, I was starting to say to myself, well, you know, this is the path that I really want to take. You know, at the time I had girlfriends, and then I started to actually have boyfriends as well. And somehow I decided, you know what, this is for me rather than something else. In a way, you're sort of carrying around something on your shoulders and you're thinking, well, you know, this is something that I'll just keep to myself or to the people that I see immediately around that aspect of my life. But then when you do actually come out to yourself, there is that sense of relief. And then, of course, you take it to the next step and you come out to the world, I suppose, to your friends, to your family, to other people around you, whether you work with them or whether you just sort of see them on social occasions. When I look back, what actually made me decide to come out? And I suppose once again, you know, lifting that burden from my shoulders and being able to live a truthful life, a life that I wanted to lead rather than holding on to secrets, was certainly part of that decision-making process. I came out to my immediate friends first. And, you know, as I met people, I didn't hide that aspect of my life or that side of my life. And I also came out to my sister and then to my parents when on a visit down in Melbourne, because really I needed to be honest and to unshackle myself from those chains of the sort of secretish life that I'd been leading. I needed to come out to the world and to feel comfortable. Over the past few years, with my involvement in gay LGBTIQ community radio, I've sort of become a little bit of an activist. Maybe a reluctant one, but certainly one that's been able to stand up, certainly, and be counted. I'd rather go to a protest and be the 5,001st person and know that there was over 5,000 people at a protest or at a rally than know that the crowds were small. And I'd rather be at something and experience that and hear what the speakers have to say than just sort of sit on the sidelines now. And maybe that's you know, come with later maturity, but I like to be standing up and being counted, not for my own personal gain, but for our community. Being gay, it hasn't really shaped me as a person. I wouldn't say it's defined me as a person. I'm not just gay. You know, I work in a nice environment. I've got a home somewhere. I like to travel. I like to work on radio now, or I have interests and hobbies. It doesn't define me. It's not the only thing that's me. I've actually had over the years 3 major relationships with the men that I've loved. One for 17 years, so that was my first really big major relationship. Another one for 6, another one for 5. I suddenly started thinking about how, you know, after so many years, I could actually introduce somebody as my fiancé, or I could tell people that I was engaged. This is language that I've never used in my life. I've never been able to use that sort of language. And I love toying with that idea in my brain, but until I meet somebody that I decide I want to spend the next period of my life with, it may not be an option for me. But at the same time, it's on the table. I might meet somebody that really believes in the institution of marriage, and now will think, you know what, that's an option for both of us. And we'll discuss that, and we'll have a good, honest discussion about that and decide whether that's right for us. Of course, over the years, my attitude has changed to my own self as being gay. Back then, you know, when I was in Sydney, 19, young and pretty, you know, it was party time, but I didn't really actually think about the overall world. Now I'm much older, and I sort of feel relaxed. My attitude is relaxed. In a way, I suppose it's part of one of the lessons that we learn later in life is that I have enough, I am enough. And I believe I'm enough. I don't have to worry about things. I don't have to put on any pretenses. I can just be myself, take it or leave it. You know, when we're younger, we worry about what everybody else is going to think. When we're older, we're just thinking about everybody else, hopefully.